Hi, my name's William Yeaman, and I wanted to talk about how I feel Dungeons and Dragons, like the role playing game, gets associated with kind of nerdy culture, dorky culture, and it's been growing out of that recently. I mean, due to the D&D movie and Stranger Things and other media. But I think I have done something a little bit different with my D&D games, and I've played with people from all different walks of life. I have a friend who's in the Navy now, and he played D&D with us for a while, and he really, really enjoyed it. I have a friend who's a ranch hand, has his own farm, has his own business and everything, and he really enjoyed it. He actually has enjoyed it more than anybody else, and he's the one that's always coming up to me and being like, William, when are we going to play again? Like, I'm ready to play. This is my new character idea and stuff like that. But the way I've kind of use the things that I know my players have gone through and use D&D as a means of kind of helping them process whatever trauma they've gone through. And I had a friend. He would know who he is, but um, I have a friend who had a uncle who had done not very nice things to him, and I created a PC that were a not a PC but an NPC in my D&D world where he was a evil kind of he was like a evil priest that wasn't actually preaching the religion but just sacrificing children and drinking the blood of virgins and all sorts of awful stuff because I wanted the character to be awful to kind of do my friend justice. Like, yeah, that person is evil. What they did to you is awful, and I want you to have a chance of revenge in real, like in a game where you don't have to hurt anybody and you can kind of process that trauma. So we eventually caught that player, and he like beat the snot out of him and told him a bunch of stuff. And he ended the session crying, and he hugged me and he told me thank you. That's why I think it's a good it's a good vehicle for people who don't really want to go to therapy, which I know is bad. Like, people should go to therapy, but I also grew up in a pretty poor town. Like, I was pretty low class. I grew up poor. I grew up very poor. But and I didn't have any fancy maps or anything. Most of it was just what I described in the environment, and sorry, I had to get good at trying to figure out how to navigate being able to describe where everybody is, because it's like when you're playing D&D, and I create all my own stories, but I base my rule set off the original. I describe the environment. I describe how the characters are acting, where they are in comparison to where you are. And that's just the way I do it and the way we were able to do it. And it's the only way we would have been able to play because I didn't have enough money to get the material. And I wasn't creative or artistic enough to really have a good representation physically that wasn't just awful because I can't draw to save my life.